Well, let's be honest, it's not easy to lead a sales team. Selling is not easy, leading a sales team is even more difficult. A sales leader has to constantly juggle between conflicting priorities. How to build volume, how to build value, how to retain the right people, how do we manage attrition, how do we measure what truly matters. And possibly one of the difficult things in sales is also to set the right KPIs. Sharper the KPIs, easier it is to develop the sales team and also build a predictable sales pipeline. But how do we do that? Before even we get into the whole process of setting sharp KPIs, let us see what happens when the KPIs are fuzzy. There is massive confusion about priorities. The team may not really know the important things to be done for building the pipeline. While they are measuring growth, they may miss out on measuring conversion ratios, upselling, and lead generation in a very objective manner. They might start putting efforts without really focusing on results. Sometimes the whole data which is in your Salesforce or whichever CRM you are using may reflect a lot of visits, but we don't know whether the visits are really having any objective or not. People work hard, might be, but progress feels invisible and misdirected. When KPIs are not set properly, there is a lot of frustration and blame game. When results do not come, people start pointing fingers instead of learning. And this also leads to very, very abrasive reviews. Often when the KPIs are fuzzy, there is ineffective coaching also, because we might be trying to drive certain priorities which are not really the top priorities. And without the right data, it is tough to give meaningful feedback or track development. Ineffective coaching could be one of the outcomes of fuzzy KPIs, and because you are working without data, and it is tough to give meaningful feedback or even track the development. Sounds familiar? You are not alone. Many sales leaders feel that pain, and especially in high growth environments like now, where the goals shift very fast and team dynamics are complex. So how do we fix this? Start with why. Align KPIs with purpose. Every KPI should serve a very clear business goal, but more importantly, it should make sense to the people. Before setting KPI, ask, what is the real behavior we want to drive for sustainable success? How does this KPI support our strategic direction? Will the team understand why this matters? So let me share some reflective questions before you think of setting sharper KPIs. Are the KPIs aligned with your larger sales goals? Your sales team members, do they really understand what each KPI means and how does it matter for their professional growth? How will it bring success to them? What is in it for them to follow that particular KPI? Which of your current KPI drive better behavioral change? How often you visit or co-create your KPIs with your team? What's one KPI that you may want to redefine in coming days? You can constantly reshape the quality of KPIs based on your reflections from the review meetings. Let it be an iterative process. At times, we may chase wrong KPIs and land up in very wrong outcomes as well. Would you like to know more on how we have created greater success for the organizations by looking at their KPIs and building a stronger organizations, not only by working with the sales teams, but also understanding what kind of KPIs could be set for the cross-functional teams. Now, sales KPIs and cross-functional KPIs go hand in hand to create greater success. And whenever we did change management programs, we looked at both and created a very strong mechanism to build success through leaders, and we call them as catalysts. Would you like to know more on that? Feel free to get in touch with us and don't forget to visit the link below.